www.redhotradio.fm.
Good afternoon, friends and family. We're glad to be here with you at Basu Farms. We're about 14 miles east of Kankakee, Illinois. This is a beautiful setting for individuals and families and events. We're on 40 acres, all kind of fruits, meals cooked here, great facilities, 3 artesian wells. If you want to come back to nature, this is the place to do it. We'll talk a bit about more Basu's Farm later on. Right now, we're doing the first of a number of archive pieces that you want to do to talk about the relationship and the history and the energies between the Black Roots and the Red Pleas. Black Roots are Black people. We are the indigenous people to this planet, and people understand that who sometimes are not even Black. Everything comes from us, from our seeds. Look at Easter Island. Look at the old ones in South America. And the older Redskins, Native Americans, will tell you of the old ones out south. We have records of that have been acquired here in America and other races that have inhabited this continent. But we'll discuss that also, and hopefully that information will be released and available for our children, and so we can talk about true history. But I found out when I was 30 that my great dad was Lakota Sioux, and I went looking for my history, and I come across the reservation in South Dakota of Lakota Sioux and home of Chief Crawdog, Chief of Chiefs of the Sioux Nation. And they kind of adopted me over the past 40 years and shared much wisdom with me. And I'm very grateful to have this opportunity to share it with you. I have with me Chief Horse Looking. He comes from a very venerable and old family. For the past 19 generations, his family and his cousin, Chief Arrow Looking Horse, are the keeper of the sacred pipe that was given to the Lakota Nation 19 generations ago. And she brought to them a set of the 10 Commandments like Moses did to our people. And these were comprised of 7 individual rituals. And one ritual was Sundance, and another ritual was tobacco ceremony, weepy ceremony, vision questing. And the last one was called throwing the ball. We don't so much practice that nowadays, but the other practices are all methods of prayer. We pray in what's called an inipi, and we'll talk about that and invite you to inipi services in quite the near future, I'm sure. But I want to talk to Chief about the White Buffalo Woman and how she came, and this is a Lakota tale, story that's been passed down. I'm not going to call it a legend, because we believe it's real. So if I may, Chief, can I have you join us over here, sit down, and have a conversation and greet the people?
Good evening. My name is Chief Kieth Horslooking from Rosebud, South Dakota, in the St. Francis community called the Owlbottom community in St. Francis. I am really glad to be here at Basu's Farm to help and to culturalize and to help our people come together as one and redirect our way of life and understanding our values and teachings, how we can work together as a nation, not as segregation, but as a nation, to help our people and to establish more of accountability and to look forward to help to integrate our children, our great-grandchildren, for the future generations that is coming. And I'm very, very grateful to be here and be part of your ceremony and to help and build and learn as we move forward. And I want to elaborate on a lot of key issues about our way of life. We have the sacred white buffalo calf pipe that was given 19 generations ago. We have a lot of teachings on the 7 rites that establish underneath this sacred pipe that we have. And we have to teach and understand and walk this way of life to help our people to understand. We need to know and redirect our teachings, especially our language. Our language, my Lakota name is Ihakawashteukshila. My name is, in English terms, is elk, good elk boy, as my Indian name for our Lakota people. And we receive these names under the 7 rites of the Chanupa. And these 7 rites establish a lot of teaching as the way of life. We have the women's ceremony. We have the men's ceremony. We have vision quest ceremony. We have the sweat lodge ceremony. We have Iwipi, Lawampi ceremonies. We have the sweat lodge ceremonies. We have the Sundance ceremonies, a ritual that we have to embrace our circle of life, to bring our people together as one. As we say, as the medicine wheel has many, many directions, and the 4 winds that bring to unite. And this medicine wheel brings many, many cultures, brings many, many indigenous people together. We have the Red Nation. We have the Black Nation. We have the White Nation. We have the Yellow Nation. We also have the Brown Nation. And to cooperate and to work together and pray as one, we can be a strong nation to help our people, the future generations, and our children and great-grandchildren, so they can continue and learn and to help one another to establish what here is the teachings. Wola kota, we chozani, woke, mini we choni, wachintankapi, wachante oganakapi. These are the language that redirects and finds us as good health, help, bringing our nations together, water of life, have a heart, have bravery, and have understanding to bring a concept to our people in that way. I'm very grateful to be here and be part of the culture and to help and to serve as much as I can to understand the values of what is here today. There's a lot of teachings and there's a lot of helping, but we need to take one step at a time to understand that we can collaborate and work together as one, and to know to teach our people, our children, our grandchildren, so they can walk in this way of life. Many times we forget to have patience to understand as how to collaborate and how to bring things together. Many times we forget to take time to have patience, to take time and understand the values and teach our people. It's never too late to learn. Doesn't matter how old are you, doesn't matter how young are you, but it's to teach and to carry on our way of life as a nation. I'm very, very happy to be here. I'm very happy that in Basu's farm, along with my good friend Freddie Green and all the relatives that are here in Teresa, for bringing me here, and good friend Nico Shotaway. I'm very happy that we could help and establish our way of life to work together as one. And as we come together as one, we can work together and to help each other to teach and to work. Not is to take things beyond, but take it at ground level. So when we talk and teach, we're working together and teaching more and more as relatives to understand our way of life. Many times we talk about our way, and many times we talk about how we can work together as relatives, as good friends, as good people, as who we are. Sometimes we may make mistakes. Sometimes, but we're human, and we can always work together and to help each other to correct your mistakes and move forward. We can pick up where we left off, We can't never go back in time, but we can pick up where we left off and move forward and help each other through the children, through the men, through the women, through the grandfathers, to the grandmothers, and to the people that we need to redirect and follow our way of life to establish this way. And many times we may not understand, but we know co-inheritance, our way of life is to teach. And that's why I'm here, to work together and to help one another so we can grow together and have this respect and have our concept to help one another. I want to thank all the relatives that are here. I want to thank everyone for your support. I want to thank you all and give me the time and opportunity to be here. My name is Chief Kieth Horsley Sr. on the Rosebud Reservation on St. Francis community called the Owl Bonnet community, where I have my Sundance, Iwipi ceremonies, and sweat lodges and vision quests as we know as we work together. We also have powwows, traditional powwows that we work, and the powwows are gathering. Powwows are sharing another culture of the 7 rites as we practice. So we know that the gatherings that we share our culture, our giveaways, our honorings, our name givings, and that's how we work together to learn our 7 rites. My name is Chief Kieth Horsley Sr. To elaborate on our white buffalo calf pipe. 19 generations ago, the white buffalo calf pipe came to our Lakota Dakota people on the plains in South Dakota. The white buffalo calf pipe has brought many, many, many teachings historically, and most of the teachings where she brought was these 2 young warriors seeing this beautiful lady carrying this white buffalo calf pipe. Came on a hill. There was a warrior that had a negative thought, and we have a warrior that really has a positive thought of understanding and how sacred she was. When that white buffalo calf pipe brought, and this warrior was very, very wanted to take her to her teepee and have many, many bad thoughts in his mind. So she told to come closer. When he came closer, it was a white cloud like a funnel of a tornado came. When that cloud disappeared, the warrior was laying on the ground like a skeleton with his hair. The one that knew that how sacred she was, he bowed his head and said, "What do we need to do?" She said, fix a white teepee. I'm bringing this pipe to you. When the white buffalo calf pipe lady said, "I'm bringing this pipe to you to help and to direct and find healing and process to our way of life." So this warrior went ahead and built a beautiful white teepee. So this white buffalo calf pipe, this lady brought the chanupa into the chief, into the family of the Elkhead family and the Looking Horse family, and stating this is what many, many generations that this is happening. And this is why we honor this pipe. We respect this pipe. So in that terms, we talk about how sacred this pipe is. It brought many, many teachings. And with this pipe, it brought healing for our people. And it brought